The Foolishness of the Ostrich, a Bushman legend. At the beginning of time, Mantis, the creator's assistant, was doubtful about giving fire to the world. He was afraid that any being that had the use of fire might destroy himself with it. So he decided to give Ostrich the job of guarding fire so that no one could play with it. He thought to himself, if any being can get the fire away from loyal and stubborn Ostrich, then they are obviously clever enough to use the fire wisely. And satisfied with his arrangement, he gave Ostrich his strictest instructions and returned to the heavens. Ostrich kept the fire well hidden under one of his wings, but the first bushman discovered where he was keeping it. The bushman wanted the fire. He wanted it to cook his food with, to keep him warm at night, and to keep away the nighttime predators. How fine it would be for him and his family to have some fire. So the bushman decided to make a plan to steal away the fire from Ostrich. The next day, the bushman, who even then could talk to the animals, went up to Ostrich and greeted him politely. Ostrich stared at him suspiciously, but returned the greeting. "O fine and wise Ostrich," said the bushman, "O greatest of all the birds, I have good news for you." "Oh yes?" said Ostrich, interested. "Indeed, magnificent one," replied the bushman. "I had a wonderful dream last night. I dreamed that you could fly." Ostrich looked annoyed. "How so?" he demanded. "I dreamed that you would be given the gift of flight if you stood with wings outstretched in the strong wind before dawn. The dream told me that if you kept your eyes closed and wings out, you would then take off and soar like an eagle." Ostrich couldn't resist the thought of being able to fly. It was his dearest wish. And so, the very next day at dawn, he stood high on a hilltop in the chill dawn wind, wings outstretched and eyes squeezed shut. While he stood there, the bushman crept up and snatched the fire from its hiding place and made off as fast as he could. Thus was man given the greatest gift of all from Mantis. Ostrich was so upset at losing the fire and from the disappointment of not being able to fly that he became feeble-minded. In fact, he became such a silly bird that now he has to leave 1 or 2 eggs outside the nest while he is sitting on them to remind him what he is supposed to be doing. Imagine if the ostrich could fly.